Chosen one, heaven was shocked by the way you loved your soulmate. Stop right here and listen carefully, because what I am about to reveal is not something you can afford to miss. I saw the way you loved, and heaven itself paused in awe, because your love carried a depth that few souls ever reach. If you walk away now, you may miss the very understanding that will unlock a blessing already forming around your life. I am telling you plainly, your love was not ordinary, and what it has stirred in the unseen realm is about to change things in ways you did not expect. The way you loved your soulmate was not weakness, it was a reflection of my own heart placed inside you. Type Amen if you agree. I am revealing this to you because you have been questioning yourself, wondering if you gave too much, if you stayed too long, if you cared in a way that made you look foolish. But what you do not see is that every moment you chose love over pride, every time you forgave when it hurt, every time you stayed gentle when you could have become cold, heaven recorded it. Angels stood still and watched the patience you carried, and they did not see weakness, they saw strength shaped by my presence. You loved in a way that mirrored my grace, and that is why it shocked heaven. Do not misunderstand what this means. It does not mean your journey was easy or that you were not wounded. I saw your tears when no one else did, and I heard the silent questions in your heart when you felt unseen. Yet, even in those moments, you did not allow bitterness to take root. And that is where your love became something rare. Your heart did not close, even when it had every reason to, and that is why I am speaking to you now. Right now, I ask you with all gentleness to like this video as a small act of agreement, because what you are receiving in this moment is not random. It is a reminder that your love has purpose and your story is not finished. What you gave was not wasted. I want you to understand that clearly, because the enemy has tried to convince you that your love went unnoticed or unvalued. But I am telling you that nothing you poured out in truth and sincerity was ever lost. Every act of love became a seed, and those seeds are now preparing to rise in ways you cannot yet see. This is why it is important for you to stay until the end, because what is about to unfold is connected directly to how you loved. There is a reason your heart felt different. While others loved with conditions, you loved with patience. While others withdrew when things became difficult, you leaned in with understanding. That kind of love does not come from human strength alone. It comes from a place where my spirit has touched your soul deeply, shaping you into someone who carries light even in darkness. And that is why heaven responded the way it did. You may not have received the response you expected from your soulmate. You may have felt confusion, distance, or even rejection. But hear me clearly, their response does not define the value of your love. Your love stands on its own, pure and powerful, because it came from a place of truth. And because of that, it has already begun to shift things beyond what you can measure. Type 777 if you trust God. There are moments when you felt like giving up, when the weight of your emotions became too much. I saw those moments, and I stayed with you in them. Even when you thought you were alone, I was closer than you realized, strengthening you in ways you could not explain. The reason you did not break is because I was holding you, even when you did not feel my hands. Now listen carefully, because this is where everything begins to make sense. The love you gave was preparing you, not just for another person, but for a deeper alignment with what I have planned for your life. It refined your heart, teaching you patience, compassion, and endurance. These are not small things. They are the foundation of something greater that is about to enter your life. What shocked heaven was not just that you loved, but how you loved without losing yourself completely. Even in pain, there was a part of you that held on to hope. Even in confusion, there was a part of you that believed things could still be good. That spark of faith is what I am now breathing life into, because it has the power to transform your future. I know you have questions. You wonder if that person will return, if things will be restored, or if you are meant to walk a different path. I am not asking you to have all the answers right now. I am asking you to trust that I am working in ways you cannot yet see. The love you carried has already set things in motion, and what comes next will not be empty. Do not close your heart because of what you have been through. That is not your story. Your story is one of resilience, of quiet strength, and of a love that refused to disappear. And I am telling you now, that kind of love attracts something real, something aligned, something that will not leave you questioning your worth. Stay with me in this moment. Let these words settle in your heart, because they are not here by accident. You were chosen to hear this because you needed to remember who you are and what you carry. Your love is not a burden, it is a gift, and it is about to open doors you did not expect. Could a hidden part of your brain be influencing your ability to attract money? A Columbia study linked to CIA research points to a small brain mechanism activated through a simple 7-second ritual. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this method is helping people move beyond financial struggles into more balanced lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, owning luxury cars, and finally taking luxury vacations. However, this page might not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. I placed something within you that refuses to settle for surface connections, something that seeks truth, depth, and real union. That is why your experience felt different, because it was shaping you for something that cannot be built on shallow ground. There were nights when you replayed every moment, questioning what you could have done differently. You examined your words, your actions, even your silence, trying to find where things shifted. But I am telling you now, the value of your love was never determined by how the other person responded. You gave from a place that was honest, and that alone carries weight in ways you cannot yet fully see. Type yes to receive miracles. What you felt was not a mistake. It was a reflection of the way I created you, someone who loves deeply and does not hold back when their heart recognizes something meaningful. This is not something to be ashamed of or to hide. It is something to honor, because it shows that you are capable of carrying a kind of love that builds, heals, and transforms. Many people search their entire lives for what you already carry within you. I know there are moments when you felt drained, when it seemed like you were the only one holding things together. You gave your time, your attention, your care, and sometimes it felt like it was not being returned in the same way. That imbalance made you question your worth. But hear me clearly, your worth is not measured by someone else's ability to meet you where you stood. Your worth comes from me, and it has never been in question. What you went through was not just about love between two people. It was also about growth, about learning how to remain open without losing your sense of self. You were being shaped, not broken. Every moment that felt like a loss was actually creating space for something more aligned to enter your life. This is why you must not close your heart now, because what is ahead requires the same openness you have always carried. There is something important you need to hear. Not everyone is capable of receiving the kind of love you gave. Some people are still learning, still growing, still trying to understand themselves. That does not make your love too much. It simply means it was ahead of where they were at that moment. And because of that, it created a gap that you could not fill on your own. Still, nothing you did was wasted. Every kind word, every moment of patience, every act of forgiveness became something greater in the unseen. It strengthened your spirit, even when it felt like it was draining your energy. And now, that strength is going to begin showing itself in ways that will surprise you. Type 1111 to affirm. You may not realize it yet, but you have changed. The person you were before this experience is not the same person you are now. There is a deeper awareness in you, a clearer understanding of what you need and what you deserve. You are no longer willing to accept half-hearted love, and that is not bitterness, that is growth. That is the result of everything you have walked through. I am preparing something for you that will match the depth you carry. This is not about replacing what you lost. It is about aligning you with something that reflects who you have become. The love that is meant for you will not leave you questioning. It will not leave you guessing, and it will not make you feel like you are too much. It will meet you where you stand, fully and without hesitation. But before that arrives, you must release the weight you are still carrying. You cannot hold on to past pain and expect to receive something new with an open heart. Let go of the moments that hurt you. Let go of the questions that have no answers. Trust that what was meant to stay would have stayed, and what left was creating space for what is meant to come. You are not behind in life. You are not forgotten. Everything is unfolding in a way that is aligning you with the right timing. I know it does not always feel that way, especially when you see others moving forward while you feel stuck. But what you do not see is that your path is being carefully prepared, step by step, with intention and purpose. There is a shift happening inside you right now. You are beginning to see things more clearly, to understand your own value without needing someone else to confirm it. That is powerful, because it means you are no longer dependent on external validation. You are standing in a place where you can recognize your worth on your own, and that changes everything. Do not be afraid of what is coming next. It may not look like what you expected, but it will feel right in a way that you cannot explain. There will be peace where there was once confusion. There will be clarity where there was once doubt. And there will be a sense of knowing that this is what you were being prepared for all along. Stay open, stay grounded, stay connected to me, because I am guiding you through every step of this process. You are not walking this path alone, even when it feels quiet. I am present in every moment, leading you towards something that will honor the love you have always carried. You were showing the world, and heaven itself, the kind of heart I formed within you. That is why it felt so intense, because it came from a place that goes beyond what most people ever reach. Why are so many people talking about the billionaire brainwave? A leading neuroscientist says it was identified during a private program based on CIA research. This 7-second ritual, confirmed by 4 neuroscience labs, helps align your thinking with better financial outcomes. Many are moving away from stress into improved lifestyles, with dream homes, luxury cars, and the freedom to enjoy luxury vacations. But this discovery may be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is gone. You thought you were losing yourself, but in truth, you were discovering who you really are. Every time you chose patience instead of anger, every time you chose kindness instead of distance, you were stepping into a higher version of yourself. This is not something small. This is transformation, and it is something that cannot be taken away from you, no matter what happened with that person. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. I know there were moments when you felt invisible, when it seemed like your effort was not being recognized. That feeling cut deep, and it made you question everything. But I want you to understand something very clearly. Just because someone did not respond to your love the way you hoped does not mean your love was unseen. I saw it fully, and what I saw moved heaven in a way you cannot yet comprehend. You have been carrying a quiet strength even when your heart felt heavy. You kept showing up even when it would have been easier to walk away. That kind of commitment does not come from weakness. It comes from a place of courage that most people never develop. And that is why your journey is different, because you are not being shaped for something ordinary. There is a reason why you are hearing this right now. You have reached a point where you are ready to let go of the confusion and step into clarity. The pain you felt was real, but it is not meant to define you. It was a chapter, not the whole story. And now, you are being invited into a new chapter that will reflect the growth you have already achieved. You may still feel a connection to that person, and that is something you cannot simply turn off. But I want you to understand that connection does not always mean permanence. Sometimes it exists to teach, to awaken, and to prepare. And once that purpose is fulfilled, it either transforms into something stronger or it releases you so you can move forward. Type 222 to claim miracles. I am not asking you to forget what you felt. I am asking you to understand it from a higher perspective. The love you gave was not a mistake. It was a reflection of your capacity, and it showed you what you are capable of offering. Now, the question is not whether you can love that deeply. The question is whether you are ready to receive that same depth in return. There is something shifting in your life, something that has already begun but has not fully revealed itself yet. You may feel it as a quiet change in your thoughts, a new awareness, or a sense that something is about to happen. That feeling is not random. It is a sign that you are moving into alignment with something that matches your energy more closely. You have grown in ways you did not even notice. Your standards have changed. Your understanding has deepened. You no longer accept things that once felt normal, and that is because you have evolved. This is what happens when you go through an experience like the one you had. It refines you, even when it hurts. Do not rush this process. I know you want answers, and I know you want clarity about what comes next, but everything is unfolding at the right time. What is meant for you is already moving toward you, and it will arrive when you are fully ready to receive it without fear or doubt. You are not being left behind, you are being prepared. And there is a difference between those two things that you must understand. When something is being prepared, it takes time, it requires patience, and it demands trust. But when it arrives, it will be complete, not partial. It will be steady, not uncertain. The love you showed has already set a standard for what will come into your life next. You will not be asked to lower yourself to fit into something that does not match you. Instead, what is coming will rise to meet you where you are. It will recognize your value without needing to be convinced. Stay present in this moment. Do not let your thoughts pull you back into what has already passed. What is ahead of you holds more than what you have left behind. And if you remain open, you will begin to see signs that confirm this shift is real. I am with you through this transition. I am guiding you, even when you do not feel it clearly. Trust that what is happening is not random. It is intentional, and it is leading you towards something that will honor everything you have been through. There is something you are beginning to notice now, even if you cannot fully explain it. The pain that once felt overwhelming is slowly losing its grip on you, and in its place, a quiet strength is rising. This is not because what you went through was small, but because you are becoming stronger than what tried to break you. Your heart is learning how to carry love without carrying unnecessary weight, and that is a powerful shift. You are no longer the same person who entered that connection. Back then, you gave without boundaries, believing that love alone would be enough to hold everything together. Now, you are starting to understand that true love also requires balance, respect, and mutual effort. This realization is not closing your heart, it is protecting it in a healthy way. Type 2222 to receive miracles. I know there are moments when memories still come back, when certain words or places remind you of what once was. You may feel a sudden wave of emotion, and for a moment it feels like nothing has changed. But look closer. You are not reacting the same way anymore. You are observing, understanding, and slowly releasing, and that is how healing truly begins. What if the real reason most manifestation methods do not work has finally been explained? A top neuroscientist linked to CIA research says, without the right brainwave, results stay inconsistent. This 7-second ritual, supported by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people approach money differently and improve their direction. Many are now stepping into dream homes, buying luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations they once thought were out of reach. But this information might not stay available online. Click the link in the description and comments before it gets removed. What you experienced was not just about another person. It was also about you learning how deeply you can feel, how strongly you can care, and how resilient you can be even in pain. That knowledge is something no one can take from you. It is now part of who you are, and it will shape every connection you build moving forward. There is a reason I allowed you to go through this. Not to hurt you, but to reveal something within you that needed to come to the surface. Your love was always there, but now you have seen its full depth. And once you see something like that, you cannot go back to pretending you are less than what you truly are. You may still wonder if that person will come back into your life in a different way. That question has been sitting quietly in your heart, even when you try not to think about it. But I want you to understand something clearly. What matters most is not whether they return, but whether what returns aligns with who you have become. Type Amen to affirm. If someone comes back without growth, without change, without the ability to meet you where you now stand, then it will not bring you peace. It will only reopen wounds that have already begun to heal. That is why you must trust me when I say that I am not just bringing people into your life, I am aligning them with your level of growth. Right now, you are being guided into a place of clarity. You are learning to see beyond emotions and recognize patterns, intentions, and truth. This does not make you cold, it makes you wise. And wisdom is what will protect your heart while still allowing it to love freely. There is also something beautiful happening within you. You are starting to love yourself in a way you did not before. Not in a loud or obvious way, but in quiet decisions. You are choosing peace over chaos. You are choosing honesty over confusion. You are choosing to walk away from what does not feel right, even when it is difficult. That is growth, that is healing, and that is exactly what you needed. Do not rush into the next chapter out of loneliness or fear. What is meant for you will not require you to chase it or force it. It will come with a sense of ease, a sense of recognition, and a sense of peace that you cannot fake. You will feel it, and you will know. You are also beginning to understand that love is not meant to be painful all the time. Yes, it can challenge you, it can stretch you, and it can push you to grow. But it should not leave you constantly questioning your worth or feeling uncertain about where you stand. The love that is meant for you will feel safe, even in its depth. There is something I need you to hold on to. The way you loved your soulmate was never your weakness. It was your strength, even if it did not feel that way at the time. It showed that you are capable of giving something real in a world that often settles for less. And now, that same strength is turning inward. You are learning to give that same patience, that same understanding, and that same kindness to yourself. This is where true transformation happens. When you can treat yourself with the same care you once gave so freely to someone else, you are not losing anything right now. You are gaining clarity, gaining strength, and gaining a deeper understanding of what you truly need. It may not feel like a gain yet, but it will. There will come a moment when everything you have learned will make sense, and you will see how it has been guiding you all along. Stay where you are in this process. Do not doubt it. Do not try to escape it. Everything is unfolding in a way that is preparing you for something that will match your heart without draining it. You are moving forward even when it feels slow. You are healing even when it feels quiet. And you are becoming someone who will never again accept less than what they truly deserve. This is the moment where healing moves from being something you hope for into something you actually begin to live. And I want you to recognize it, because this change is the result of everything you have endured and everything you have learned. There was a time when you believed that loving someone meant holding on no matter what, even if it meant losing pieces of yourself along the way. You thought that if you just gave more, understood more, and stayed patient longer, things would eventually become what you hoped for. But now, you are starting to see that real love does not ask you to disappear. It does not ask you to shrink or silence your own needs just to keep something from falling apart. Type 1010 to receive blessings. This understanding is not coming from pain alone. It is coming from growth that has been taking place quietly within you. You are learning that your heart deserves the same care you were willing to give so freely. You are realizing that your peace is just as important as your connection with someone else, and this realization is changing the way you move forward. There is also something else happening that you may not have noticed yet. You are becoming more aware of your own energy. You can now feel when something is right and when something is not, even before words are spoken. This is not coincidence. This is the result of your spirit becoming more aligned with truth. Have you heard about the private group of neuroscientists working on brainwaves connected to money? A top researcher revealed this work was based on CIA studies not meant for public release yet. The result is a simple 7-second ritual, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, now practiced at home. Many who once struggled financially are now living in dream homes, owning luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could disappear without warning. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. You are no longer ignoring the small signs. You are no longer convincing yourself that something unhealthy is acceptable just because you care deeply. That part of you is changing, and it is a sign that you are stepping into a stronger version of yourself. This is the version of you that will not settle for confusion or inconsistency. Type 777 to affirm your belief. I want you to understand something clearly. The love you gave did not disappear. It did not fade away or lose its meaning. It has simply transformed. It is no longer being directed towards someone who could not fully receive it, and now it is being redirected towards something that will honor it properly. This is why you feel different. You are not empty, even if it sometimes feels that way. You are in a space of transition where what no longer serves you has been released, and what is meant for you has not yet fully arrived. This space can feel uncertain, but it is also where growth happens most deeply. Do not rush out of this space just to feel something familiar again. Familiar does not always mean right. Sometimes it only means comfortable, and comfort is not always what leads you to what is best for you. What is best for you will come with a sense of peace that does not need to be forced. You are learning to trust yourself again. That is one of the most important things happening right now. After everything you have been through, you are beginning to believe in your own judgment, your own feelings, and your own understanding. This trust is what will guide you into something better. There will come a moment when you look back at everything that happened, and instead of feeling pain, you will feel clarity. You will see how every experience was shaping you, preparing you, and leading you towards something that matches your heart more closely. That moment is closer than you think. Right now, you may still feel a pull toward the past. That is natural. It is part of the process of letting go. But that pull will not stay forever. It will fade as you continue to move forward, as you continue to grow, and as you continue to align with what is meant for you. You are not being left behind. You are being redirected. There is a difference between the two, and it is important for you to understand it. Being left behind feels empty and without purpose. Being redirected means there is something ahead that requires you to be exactly where you are now. I am guiding you through this, even when you do not see it clearly. Every step you take, every decision you make, every moment of reflection is part of a path that is leading you somewhere meaningful. You are not walking without direction, even if it feels that way sometimes. The love you carry is still within you, strong and alive. It has not been diminished by what you have experienced. If anything, it has been refined. It has become clearer, stronger, and more aligned with truth. And that is why what is coming next will feel different. It will not feel like something you have to hold together on your own. It will not feel like something that leaves you questioning your place in it. It will feel steady, it will feel mutual, and it will feel like something that recognizes you fully. You are ready for that, even if part of you still feels uncertain. Growth does not remove all doubt, but it gives you the strength to move forward despite it, and that is exactly what you are doing right now. Stay patient, stay open, and most importantly, stay connected to the truth of who you are becoming. Because the way you loved once revealed your heart, and the way you are growing now is preparing that heart to receive something that will not leave you wondering if it is real. Now you are standing in a place that once felt impossible to reach. There was a time when you believed your heart would always feel heavy, as if the weight of what you experienced would stay with you forever. But look at you now. You are breathing differently, thinking differently, and slowly you are beginning to feel like yourself again. This is not an accident. This is the result of everything you have walked through and everything you chose not to let destroy you. You are starting to understand that love was never meant to be a place where you lose your peace. Real love does not leave you in constant confusion or make you question your value. What you went through showed you what love should not feel like, and that lesson is just as important as knowing what love should be. You have gained clarity, and that clarity is guiding you now. Type Amen to affirm. There is a new strength in you that was not there before. It is quiet, but it is steady. You are no longer chasing answers the way you once did. You are no longer trying to force things to make sense. Instead, you are allowing things to unfold, and that shift is changing everything about how you experience life. You are also learning to sit with yourself in a way you never have before. You are becoming comfortable in your own presence, and that is something very powerful. When you no longer depend on someone else to feel complete, you begin to attract connections that are whole, not ones that are based on need or fear. There was a time when you would have accepted less just to keep someone in your life. You would have ignored the signs, hoping things would eventually improve. But now, you see those signs clearly. You recognize what is healthy and what is not, and you are no longer willing to compromise your peace for temporary comfort. Type 1111 to believe. Is it really possible to attract money more naturally using a 7-second ritual? Research connected to the CIA suggests certain brainwave states influence how opportunities appear in your life. This technique, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift away from financial pressure toward improved lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears.